Affordable active noise canceling headphones? Sort of. Let's have a look. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at these. These are the Edifier W860NB active noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, and they're really nice. I have to say, I am quite impressed. Edifier, I know them through their speaker systems, and their speakers are always really terrific. I really like the sound they have, and they've duplicated that experience in these headphones and added a really effective active noise cancellation. They're really comfortable too. So the top, you can see, has a bit of a cushion there, and then the earpieces are very soft for those of you that care. This is a simulated leather. It's not actually involving cows, and they're really comfortable. I could easily see wearing these on a 3, 4, 5, even 6 or 7 hour flight. You'd probably take them off every so often, if nothing else, just to talk to the flight attendant. But they're really comfortable. Now, let me tell you some specs. They're running Bluetooth 4.1, and they have NFC pairing and aptX. They don't have AAC, so if you have an iPhone like me, you're not going to get aptX because, for reasons I cannot explain, Apple has never licensed that technology. Kind of typical Apple. But one of the things that make these really interesting is that they have wicked good battery life. I mean, I am not kidding. It's a 1400 milliamp hour battery somewhere hidden in these headphones, and that gives you, you ready for this? 25 hours of listening with active noise canceling turned on, and 45 hours of listening if you don't need the noise cancellation and just want them as Bluetooth headphones. 45 hours, that's like a week. That is a lot of listening. Really, really nice. Now, let's do a super quick tour of the controls because they are kind of interesting. So on the left ear, you have the wire plug, and it comes with a wire if you want to use them as wired. All Bluetooth headphones seem to have that option, which is nice. So if you don't have the ability to charge them, you can just plug them straight in. And there's a little opening that you actually move, and you get access to the micro USB charging connector. Use the cable that is included, or you can just use one of your own. I always have so many lying around, I don't even worry about what's in the box. Now, on the right-hand side, you have the power on-off, and then you have a nice slider switch that lets you turn on or off ANC. And what I really like about this is if you have it turned on, it's on every time you power up the headphones. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to listen to hear the audio feedback or anything complicated like that. Super easy. Now, what also is cool is that all the controls are actually on the right earpiece. Now, I actually have this little sticker on here so you can see in this close-up that there's sort of this reminder, but obviously once you get the hang of it, or even probably before you get the hang of it, you take it off, and now it just looks like you just have headphones, but you know, tap and up, or tap and forward, tap and down, all of these different gestures get you different results. And it's a really easy way to do things like pause the music or jump to the next track. It takes a little getting used to, and I find that when I have them on, I have to sort of orient my hand before I use my finger. I would imagine the more I use these, the more that would not be an issue, but really nice. And I also just want to compliment them on having this simple little sticker so that when you pull them out of the box, you know which one is the control earpiece. You're gonna look awful silly if you're doing it on the wrong one, but it also gives you a heads up on the sorts of gestures that are involved. Now, it also is adjustable, so that's all very handy. And the actual audio reproduction itself, they're 40mm neodymium drivers, giving you 20 to 20,000 hertz, pretty standard, and 32 ohm impedance if you plug them in with wires. Obviously via Bluetooth there's no impedance because it's a different technology. And sensitivity is at 100 decibels, so they are pretty nice. And let me just talk about this, let me talk about the sound, because I'm really impressed. Edifier does a really good job with their speakers, and their sound engineers clearly worked a little overtime to get these to sound really good too. There's a really rich bass, there's a nice sound stage, which means that if you close your eyes, you can sort of picture where different musicians are on well-recorded music, and there's just a really nice sound to the whole thing. Turn on active noise canceling, and you can be in the middle of a busy airport or a coffee shop or actually in a cubicle at work, and everything else just goes away and it's just you and the music and whatever's inside your head, which might actually you want to turn off active noise canceling. That's another story. Let me also point out that very nice packaging. They've done a good job, and it comes with, ta-da, a hard case. Now, I'm not a huge fan of hard cases because they just take up so much space in your luggage or your carry-on or something, but it is nice to have that. Here's the wire if you want to use it wired. It does have the double prong airplane adapter. Probably you can get away with not having any of that and just having these either just around your neck or actually having these in your bag or your carry-on or, you know, in the desk in your office. So really, really a lot to like about these. But one of the most important things I like about them is the price. So what Edifier's done is they've managed to find that sweet spot between having really good sound and a really good active noise canceling system and not having it be crazy expensive. But whoa, before I tell you the price, go ahead and click on subscribe and like the video if you find this of value. I appreciate that feedback. It's really great. Now, price. So if you're used to looking at like the Bose active noise canceling or things like that where, like, you know, they're sort of the trendy executive tech, they're expensive. Bose are expensive headphones. These are a fraction of that price. The Edifier W860NB will cost you $169.99 at edifier.com, and I'll bet if you do a little bit of exploratory pricing on other sites online, you might even find them for less. But at $169 for this really excellent sound and really good active noise canceling, these are a very good choice. And I gotta say, I like the styling. You know, they're not maybe the most swanky. There's not a lot of bling. You know, I guess you could glue some rhinestones on, but why would you? These are just solid, executive looking, very professional headphones that you can wear whether you're in first class or whether you're just flying coach. Either way, I say check them out. This is Dave Taylor, and I'll catch you in my next video.